Hi everybody and welcome to my birthday book haul. I've had to make this part one because yes, you'll have seen excuse me as you'll have seen from my post about Barter books in Northumberland. You know, so many books, you just have to buy a few, don't you? That's what happens on birthdays. So without further ado, I better get cracking. Look at this little pile here. Part one here. They'll probably all topple over and I'll be in a mishmash all over the floor as usual. Okay, here we go. So, you know that I love Inspector Montalbano on television, and I did say that I hadn't really read the books by Camilleri. I want to call him Camilleri, Andrea Camilleri, very renowned author in Italy, and so I've started collecting the books to read alongside the series because it's a big favourite of ours, and as you know, Inspector Montalbano is quite fanciable, the young and old version. So the first one I've got is The Shape of Water, The Voice of the Violin. I mean, the beautiful covers. So really, these were all about £2.20. And Blade of Light. So I'm not going to go through what all of them are. I'm just working my way through collecting the series. They're all a murder mystery in their own right. You just get to know a little bit more in order of what's happening in Montalbano's life. I feel like I'm losing my voice now. Okay, next is The Daughters of Mannerling series. Can't talk today. The Daughters of Mannerling series. Now, I'd already collected two and read them. These are by MC Beaton. Lovely little romp through the higher echelons of British society, shall we say, back in the day. And this is the first Rebellion and Folly. So I'd already read those, and actually this particular one I didn't get from Barter Books. I found it in Barclays Bank. Both beginning with B's, hey. But goodness me, can you expect to go in a bank these days and get books that you're looking for? Just in a little box in the corner while I was queuing up. So I've now got another one. Deception. Goodness me, my brain today. So I've got 3 of those now. Next one is Dadland, and this is by Keggie, Carew, and this was the Costa Book Award winner for 2016, and you know, it has been spoken about quite a bit on BookTube. I wasn't wanting to pay full price for it, and in actual fact this was 99p. So for those that you don't know too much about it, Keggie Carew, it's a biography, it's a memoir of growing up, and the life story of her father, who starts to get dementia in old age. So to help him with that, she starts investigating his past, to sort of jog his memory about things that happened in the past. And he was a member of the elite special forces in World War II that was parachuted into France and various other places. So I'm interested to find a bit more out about that. Obviously a brave chap. So that's that one. The Snow Angel, Lulu Taylor. Now, you know that I am collecting Lulu Taylor's works. I've read a couple of hers recently and really loved it. So the Snow Angel is, I think there's a trilogy of the Snow series, and this is the last one. They're usually a family drama, and they usually take place over 2 timelines. So usually we've got present day and then investigating something that happened in the past, and then obviously there's a twist that bring the two time frames together usually. So this is Cressida Fellbridge. Oh, we're here again with these you know, really highfalutin names. Cressida Fellbridge is living the high life as a debutante in 1960s London society when she's courted by a friend of her brother's and is set to marry. To mark the occasion, her father decrees that she must have her portrait painted. But as soon as Cressy meets the painter, Ralph Few, she knows her life will never be the same again. She falls deeply in love with Ralph, but he is still married to Catherine. Ooh. This Catherine's married to a David. So looking forward to that very much. I enjoyed the last two of hers. Next, something else I've been looking out for is Perfect by Rachel Joyce. And as you know, I loved the Pilgrimage of Harold Fry, Rachel Joyce's first work of fiction. Although she's done many plays and written many things for the radio and TV, etc. And I really loved that, so I'm collecting hers. And Perfect is one that I didn't have. So mainly tried to pick things up that I was looking out for and have not been able to find locally. So yeah, you can imagine how excited I was in the middle of Barter books. Amongst all those thousands of books that you haven't got a clue where you have got a clue because it's quite well labelled, but to suddenly find so many of the books that I'm wanting from a collection. So yeah, excited to excuse me, got a frog in my throat, sorry. Next, one of J.D. Robb's, Naked in Death. Now, I did mention in March Mystery Madness that I was hoping to find one of the Naked in Death series by J.D. Robb, but unfortunately I never came across one. As most of you will know, that J.D. Robb is Nora Roberts. This is her pseudonym that she writes crime fiction under, and this is a well-loved series, Naked in Death series. This is number 1. So yeah, really pleased to get the first in the series instead of me usually getting halfway through. And she woke in the dark. For a moment she simply lay there shuddering, imprisoned, while the dream faded. After 10 years on the force, Eve still had dreams. Interested to get to that one, let you know how we do. The last couple are middle grade books that I found in the children's section at Barton's. And this is Wooden Face. This is by Gus Grenfell. Now, I have to say that although this is a middle grade, looking through Goodreads and various recommendations, I don't recommend this for anybody under 13 years of age. Apparently it's quite dark, it's quite sinister, quite a bit frightening, that probably wouldn't be suitable for some under 13. So I'm just adding that in really. Because many people have actually commented on it in their reviews, so I think that's quite relevant to let you know about. Lovely cover. It's a bit spooky witchy on the front, and not generally not really into scary things. As you know, I'm not really into reading much about paranormal and things that scare you, but I thought this is a middle grade and it'd be interesting, and I'm still interested in it. So Meg could see the face of a figure lurking there, a wooden face, waiting patiently for her to give him life. Meg has somehow always known about the ancient power of trees and wood, and I really have got a love for trees. I really feel that they're quite spiritual, and you know, people sometimes think people that talk to trees are a bit strange, but I think they're quite powerful and magical actually. So that's why I was drawn to this. She loves carving, and her little wooden figures take on a life of their own. Meg has never thought twice about her abilities, but the villagers are suspicious. When a local girl falls ill, hallucinating and crying out, her family think it's the work of a witch, and they blame Meg. She is forced to flee for her life, but can she use her powers to confront the demons that stalk her? So, be interesting to see what she's carved a wooden doll, and see what magical powers that may hold. Interesting. I know else that perhaps would like that book. And then finally for this part 1, because I've got a load more and I sort of didn't want to bombard you with loads and loads of titles. So we've got this is a lovely thing, lovely copy, Mosquito Mansion. And this is my Misadventures in Mudland by Christopher Hedgethorne. I mean, it's a beautiful cover. It's a little bit, it's sort of a little bit sepia, and it reminds me a little bit of sort of going back in the days of the Raj or something like that in long ago India. And this is a middle grade, and it's 12-year-old Alexander Drab, who prefers to be called Sandy, believes he has been sent to the strange land of mud to help run the sugar plantation, nicknamed Mosquito Mansion, of which his Uncle George is the manager. Finding that he was not wanted where he came from, and not especially wanted where he has been sent, he seeks the friendship of Quaniva, a girl slave a little older than himself. Though Sandy is unaware of it, his freedom to travel allows Quaniva to take part in a series of events that are more dangerous than Sandy could ever imagine. So, looking forward to that. Sounds interesting. And my Misadventures in Mudland, I'll look into that. It may well be a series. So, there's a few for you to be going on with for now. Anything that you like, you know, put them down on your TBR. Comments down below if you've read any of these. And much love as always. Bye for now.